To get started using digital edits, let's explore the various ways you can access the screen. The first option is to navigate to it directly from the email notification you'll receive when a new edit report has been uploaded to Studio Plus. To go directly to the edit report, you can click the View Edit Report button. Alternatively, you have the option to click any of the individual invoice file links to be navigated to Studio Plus to view them. Once you are in Studio Plus, you can click either the invoice ID number under the invoice column, or click on the Edit Report button to be taken to that invoice's digital edits screen. Last but not least, if you are already in Hours Plus, digital edits can be accessed from the Invoices tab. Any invoices with the edits status can be viewed on the digital edits screen by clicking on the invoice ID number to the left. Now that you know how to access digital edits, let's take a tour of the digital edits screen to see the helpful information available. Here you'll notice that Digital Edits has completely digitized all the invoice information for you. The flat data that is usually stored in various PDFs is now digital data you can search, sort, and filter. The Sort and Filter sidebar allows you to easily sift through complex data. The value of this section alone of Digital Edits will improve your workflow immensely. You can search for any crew member's name within the invoice with a handy search bar. By clicking a letter, you'll instantly jump to the corresponding section that starts with that letter. Filters are a great way to narrow down your search for a specific record. You can filter the records list by department, union, pay code, or any of these specific record properties. Sorting allows you to work through your edit in whichever order you prefer. This is extremely helpful when you are trying to locate a specific record or set of records. Getting experience with this section of digital edits will surely make your job much easier. Now let's move over to the main portion of the screen. At the top, you have a summary of the invoice. In this summary, you will see 3 cards. A comments card that shows any comments left on the invoice by you, an invoice overview that informs you of the number of time cards, employees, direct deposits, and physical checks available. It also shows the delivery method of the physical checks if available. The last card shows the gross and net pay along with the name of your payroll coordinator. Above these cards, you'll see some important buttons and options. Let's go through them. In the very top right is the Go to Studio Plus button. Clicking this button will take you to the From Cast and Crew folder in Studio Plus where the individual invoice files reside. The Download Digital Edits report will allow you to access the PDF reports you're used to getting, including the Fringe and Time Card Verification report. The drop-down that shows 16 selected refers to all of the data that the digital edit screen shows for each individual employee. You can check and uncheck these options however you prefer based on the information you wish to see for the employees. Clicking the View Comments will bring up a modal window that shows all the comments left on the invoice. Clicking View Uploads will bring up a modal window that shows all documents that have been uploaded and attached to the invoice. You can download any of these uploaded documents for review if desired. The Request Revisions button begins the digital edits process, allowing you to request any needed revisions to the invoice. Below this top section, you'll see the record details for each of the employees within the invoice, including the employee's name and the details of their time card and payout. The information shown here is directly related to the additional info dropdown we've covered before. You can change what you see here with that dropdown. Next to each employer's name is a Copy to Clipboard icon. Click it to quickly copy their name so you can paste it into your invoice's comments. Once you've reviewed your invoice, it's time to approve or request revisions. If changes need to be made to the invoice, then you'll want to request revisions. Let's take a look at that process from beginning to end. To start, click the Request Revisions button. You will see a message appear at the top of the page that a status change is being performed for the invoice. Once the change is complete, you can see the new status reflected next to the invoice number. You can also see that some of the buttons have changed. The View Comments button has changed to an Add Comments button. You'll use these comments to relay your instructions to your coordinator. The View Uploads button has changed to an Upload button. You will use this button to upload the necessary files for the revisions you are making. As an example, let's say that a given employee's hours needs to be changed. We would click the Add Comments button to bring up the comment window. This window can be popped out to a separate browser window to view on a second monitor. If you need to see a previous comment, you can click the Comment History button to view previous comments. Next, we would enter the comment clearly stating the employee and the date that the hours worked have to be updated. Comments auto-save 5 seconds after you stop typing, but there is also a save button available. As you can see, if you continue to scroll and add more comments, the comments window will scroll with you. It even knows which employee's record you are on, so you can easily insert their information to match the comment you are entering with this insert button here. Once we have entered our comments, we can close the comment window. Now we can upload the necessary files to support the revision request. We will click the Upload button to bring the Upload Supporting Files modal window. We can drag and drop into this area, or click to browse for files on your computer. With our comment and supporting file uploaded, we are good to resubmit this to Cast & Crew. We will click the Resubmit to CNC button to do so. On the next window, verify the revisions and comments you entered are correct. If everything looks good, click Resubmit once more to send the revisions to Cast & Crew. The status of the invoice will update, and we can keep track of where the invoice is along the approval workflow on the Invoices tab. Once you are ready to approve the invoice with revisions made, you will click Approve Invoice in the top right. Please keep in mind that once you approve an invoice, it cannot be undone. Once you click Approve, a new window will appear for you to confirm how and when you want the physical checks to be released. If you choose the Print at Cast & Crew option, you can select how Cast & Crew sends the physical checks to the employee. Choosing Other from this dropdown will require you to email your specific instructions to your coordinator to ensure correct handling. You also have the helpful convenience of scheduling the release of this invoice for a future date. Simply choose No or Yes and choose the date you would like this invoice to be released. This is a great way to set it and forget it for your invoices. Keep in mind that direct deposits will generally appear the day after the release. This provides flexibility and pre-planning for when you would like the invoice to be released. When you have these settings set to your preference, you are all set and ready to click Approve. Some revisions will require additional review from your payroll coordinator. In this case, the invoice status will change to CNC Review. If you chose a future release date, the invoice status will reflect future release, and you can hover over the status on the invoice page to see the date the checks will be released. Otherwise, the status will reflect Invoice Approved once the invoice has been approved. And that's it for Digital Edits, the ultimate solution for requesting revisions and approving invoices in a convenient, easy, and digital way.